development and social media, which is kind of weird because I really don't have a lot of social media. It wasn't for this class, I wouldn't have Twitter, so it kind of threw me out of my element.
Co-lead your campaign plan.
I was campus organization representative, and I got on the treehouse thing. Sent like probably 60 emails out and got nothing back from any group life or any organization. So.
And they did say that a lot of their emails were out of date, and those people weren't in charge of it anymore, and some people had updated their website in forever, so it was kind of just a shot in the dark.
All right, for Strategy, we developed a marketing campaign for the Terre Haute Humane Society, contacted Terre Haute Humane Society for the approval of it, which of course you heard from Alan, which is difficult as hell. Contacted Delta Sigma Pi and HMSU for locations, and presented in front of Tri-Council, which if you guys don't know what that is, for Greek life, it's basically you go in front of every fraternity and sorority has 2 members at this, and you can present ideas of things that you have coming up or things that are happening on campus. You can go in front of them so they can tell the word to all the Greek life and get the word out. Flyers creations, contacted media outlets, and assisted in setting up the event.
You got more?
Yeah, we had our event outside of HMSU between the actual building and the fountain on a nice little grassy knoll for all the puppies. When it was Thursday, April 26th from 11 to 2, which was good. It was, sorry about you guys, we had a bright and sunny, it was a really nice day actually. We had the fundraiser, which was pay $5, you get 15 minutes of playtime with the really precious little puppies like Garrett was my favorite. We had a goal of raising $150 in Delta Sigma Pi. In reality, we raised $170, but we spent $100 in supplies, right? So
they raised $170, and then Delta Sigma Pi also donated.
Donated $100. There you go.
In supplies, that means like any extra stuff for animals you had laying around your house. Some people's dogs have passed away or ran away or whatever.
Turnout, we had 50 people attend, and a bunch of people came through and were like, oh, what are you guys doing and everything. I stopped by a few times throughout the day, and it seemed like it was always a little bit of a bustle around there. Success. The event went pretty well. Students used the puppy playtime to de-stress before finals because it was right smack dab in the middle of dead week.
Right near the end, we had a lot of teachers out there, and the teachers were like emailing pictures of the puppies to their coworkers and stuff. They really liked the event as well. Yeah, that's the side. This chick had some lungs, all right? She was shouting at everybody to come rent the puppy.
I love that dog. If I could have taken that dog home with me, I would have taken it home. That was my favorite.
I think someone actually had already adopted by the time we got there.
Well,
a lot of the dogs got adopted through the event. I think pretty much all of them. Do you know if they all did?
Except for 3.
Andrew did.
And Garrett didn't get adopted. No, because he's going to be a really big dog.
Okay, our performance writers, we meted in our group to discuss the planning and organization of the event. We had to contact the Humane Society about our ideas for the event because they had to approve everything that we wanted. We had to work with the Humane Society on their ideas of what they needed to get from this. We had to figure out a good time and a date for the event. And like Alan said, we had to work with Delta Sigma Pi on this event.
That was like our turning point.
Yeah, like we did the PR for them. We had to contact local media sources to get the word out about our event. We had to put out our flyers and advertise through social media like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then we met in our groups to put together our press kit and our presentation. And those are some tweaks that people did just get the word out.
Obstacles. As you can tell, what we originally wanted to do didn't exactly go as planned. The Humane Society is not exactly the best at getting back with people, so they'd already scheduled an event with Delta Sigma Pi, so we just went ahead and did everything that they were doing. Basically all we did, we just did their PR, basically, so it really wasn't an obstacle because we had our work pretty much already done for us. Meetings at our group, we all have different schedules. I know he's a bartender, so it's hard getting us all together at the same time. So meeting as a whole group was kind of an obstacle. Well, finding a location for our original event, we didn't know if it was going to be the DDs or where we were going to have it. So that was the problem there. Insurance for the pets, it actually costs $135 to insure the pets while they're there in case something happens. which I think Delta Sigma Pi.
Yeah, that was where a lot of the money raised went to covering the insurance. So I think it was $100 in supplies and maybe about $50 in actual money donated. But we would have ran into that, and that would have been a big obstacle for us because we can't.
Yeah, because we had no money, as we all know, and the Humane Society wasn't going to give us any money, so you know how it is. No one really picked up our story, our original one. As I said, we went to the Tri-Council and everything, but nobody really got excited about it. So, and then, as we all know, the Delta Sigma Pi, they had already scheduled something, so we just went ahead and went with them on what they were doing.
Yes, there is Freeze tweet.
Alex, do you have it? Go ahead.
The what?
Alex, picture.
I do not think we have.
It's like a screenshot.
Oh.
Looking back, because Tara was unresponsive, we had to work with Delta Sigma Pi, which turned out to be really good because, like we were trying to get in the start, Greek organization support is often really helpful because you're kind of required to participate most of the time. They need points and everything. The competition from the other Humane Society was overlooked. Renting space during Dead Week was difficult. Funny enough, people really liked doing stuff towards the very end of the semester. It really kind of pinned us down a bit. And yeah, we should have been more proactive about getting things in the newspaper and on the radio, but that's difficult because you have to pay for advertisements on the radio, and you have to, it costs money. We're all poor, you know. We should have started earlier on the social media campaign. Obviously, it's just hard in general. Like, it's 9 of us. None of us are that involved on campus. We're not in SGA or anything, so it's hard to get the word out to the entire campus unless you have a really big sponsor or something. And we could have promoted the organization sponsorship much more beyond presenting to Greek life and contacting all the student organizations. I mean, we did the best we could with what we had. I don't think any of us have ever actually done a fundraiser here. Usually, even if you're in a Greek organization, the president's running it or something, or the social chair, or whoever. So we were listening to what other people told us we could do.
Key takeaways: event planning experience, press release writing, interacting with the nonprofit and other organizations, experience in the real world, volunteering with animals, awareness campaigns, or easy win-wins with cute puppies.
Yeah, getting the word out was pretty easy, and people stopped by. If anything, almost everyone who went in front of the HMSU stopped by to look at the puppies, so it was great. And there was some people from the Humane Society there talking with students and some teachers about the Humane Society itself, and then, as I said, some of the pets were adopted too. On the previous slide, the day before, there was another rent-a-puppy type thing in front of the library by Clay County Humane Society, I think. And so there was always scheduling issues. And one of the big things with contacting the Terre Haute Humane Society is that they don't have a set schedule of events because so many people do fundraisers for them. So trying to get that information from them, they didn't have it, and we weren't sure where to go to get that information. So I guess that was one of the other things we took away, was that some organizations that are nonprofit, they're hard to work with, and it's kind of their nature. So. Yeah.
Aww.